This episode of Operations Unfiltered is brought to you by Clear Minds Consulting and Counseling. When life feels like a project with way too many moving parts, your mental health shouldn't be the thing that falls through the cracks. At Clear Minds Consulting and Counseling, Raven Anderson helps you to reset. Whether it's talking through financial stress or just helping you to recenter, you deserve the support that helps you rebuild. And as a project manager, I like to make sure you have the right people, processes, and tools to help you succeed. And Clear Minds Consulting and Counseling is just that, but for your mind. Because when your thoughts are clear, your next steps and your action items can be clear too. So visit Psychology Today and search Raven Anderson in Baltimore, Maryland. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Operations Unfiltered, the podcast that takes you behind the scenes of influencer and talent management. I'm your host and your favorite marketing project manager girly, Zarina. Today is a Moms Unfiltered edition, so you already know we're talking real life, real feelings, real chaos, and a little bit of clarity. And today's guest is someone I've been so excited to bring on because she embodies exactly that. She lives and breathes clarity, purpose, and the power of taking care of your mind while still thriving as a mom. Oh, and she's also a new wife, so she's juggling all of the things. I'm sitting down with Raven Anderson, licensed clinical social worker and owner of Clear Minds Consulting and Counseling, and truly one of the calmest, clearest energies you'll ever meet. Raven works with women right here in Baltimore to help them find clarity in the midst of the chaos. And listen, we all know motherhood comes in with a built-in side of chaos. So, without further ado, let's get into this Moms Unfiltered edition of Operations Unfiltered. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love having these conversations with people who I think of as project managers of their life. So, welcome to Operations Unfiltered. Give us a little bit of an intro to who you are.
Hi, everybody. My name is Raven Anderson. I am the owner of Clear Minds Consulting and Counseling. So, I am a licensed clinical social worker here in Baltimore, Maryland, and I work with women to help them find clarity in the midst of all this chaos.
Oh, I love that. So you're in this career of mental health. What inspired you to pursue that career? What was the gap that you were looking to fill, if there was a gap?
So I have a lot of siblings. And as a child, I always found myself like helping and supporting my mother or my grandmother in any way that I could. So I knew for a fact that I wanted to help.
Hmm.
My turning point was that I want to help on the medical side or more on the social behavioral side. So my turning point was college. I already had all the prereqs and everything I needed for nursing, and I wanted to explore social work. And I went to the director at the time. His name was Dr. Bolden, and I remember him showing me this hand. And the hand basically had all the things that social workers could do. Mind you, at that time, a lot of people had like a small lens about what social workers did and their impact. And immediately when I seen that hand and I seen all the different things that you could do within social work, that day I went on and signed, and my degree was in social work, and I haven't
I
turned back
know
ever
that's
since.
right. Well, you
So
know
it
what?
was
We're gonna have
easy
to chit
peasy.
chat because
Yes.
you said nursing and my antennas went up because, of course,
Uh-huh.
I have my degree in communications. But fun fact,
Uh-huh.
I started college as a nursing major too.
Okay.
And I got
Okay.
the chemistry, and that chemistry took me out of here. So, what
Yes.
inspired you to do nursing? And I wonder, what was that, aside from this meeting, what was that turning point? Was it a hard class? Was it just you weren't connecting with the content?
So it was okay, a little bit further back. So in high school, I got my CNA GNA.
Stop.
And
You were a multifaceted. I know that's right.
yes, so I got my CNA GNA, and I did my clinicals, and it just wasn't like a complete fit for me. And
Yeah.
I still wasn't sure, but I was like, you know what? This is a great field that is like consistent. I know
Hmm.
that it's always going to be needed. And I know that my mom really wanted me to be a nurse, right? Like she was like,
Samesies.
nurse, 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 right?
Yes.
And one of the things was definitely the prereqs
Mhm.
because I had already had some college courses. So when I
Yeah.
see all these prereqs, I'm like, leave all this just to get,
Yeah.
and that doesn't even guarantee me anything. So that's when I started questioning and also my purpose. Like, if this
Mhm.
is a career that I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life, I have to do this for me and not my mom.
Yeah. Oh, come on, clock it. Not you talking to me. Look, if the younger you and I connected, I would have had that
Yeah.
conversation. I'm glad I got out when I did, but it
Mhm.
was like a year of me trying to figure out, trying to pass
Yeah.
these chemistry classes, and I just really wasn't
Mhm.
connected. Now, the other
Mhm.
question that I have, I'm really not well versed in the world of social workers. So, what are some of the things that a social worker can do? Because I know I'm ignorant about it. So, someone
Yeah.
else might not be aware of what, they are able to do.
So anything.
I know that's right.
Because the skills are so transferable. So you
Hmm.
can work in the corporate world, you can work in policy, you can of course have your own private practice, how I have. You can be a administrative, you can work in the school system, you can work in a nonprofit. There are it's so diverse. Like a lot of
Hmm.
times we look at okay, social services,
Yeah.
and that's it. It is beyond you could even imagine because the skills are so transferable. You're
Hmm.
going to learn how to problem solve. You're going to learn how to work with people. You're going to learn to look at people as a whole person within the community.
I love that. I feel like majors or degrees like that with a holistic outline or
Mhm.
a holistic
Mhm.
overview, you really can apply it to multiple arenas. Like
Yeah.
my degree is in communications, but I've worked in healthcare, I've worked in
Mhm.
higher education and private practice. So I definitely see that. And I really
Mhm.
implore people to
Yes.
widen their lens, totally
Mhm.
understand that. Oh
Mhm.
gosh.
Yes.
So yeah,
And do it for you. Do
yeah.
it for you.
Big advice. Okay, so it
Yes.
seems like being a social worker, you're a Jill of all trades. You have your hand in a
Yeah.
lot of different things. But on your
Mhm.
personal side of things, I have
Okay.
to congratulate you. You got married recently. Congratulations. I'm
Thank
totally
you so
fangirling
much.
over all of the pictures. And you're a mom too. Like that's one of the most
Yeah.
important things too.
I had a
So how do
toddler.
you oh my gosh, girl, I'm praying for you. I have a 3-year-old. But how do you juggle all of the things? Entrepreneurship, motherhood, married life. That's a lot.
Yeah, it is. And honestly, I'm still learning. But what I have learned for me is to live by a schedule. I
Are you a pen and
love
paper girly or are you
I
like a
am.
digital girl? I love it.
I I am a pen and paper because I learned a long time ago when I write it out, it sticks. And I
Yeah.
love to write it out and make it plain.
And my thing is, what gives me the warm and fuzzies is crossing it out because I just feel a
Mhm.
sense of
It
accomplishment
gives
for
you that
seeing that.
dopamine. Yeah.
Yes. I'm like, oh, I did it.
Yeah.
Now,
Um,
how do you manage that though? I'm like, you self-care, mom
mhm.
life, activities, all the things.
It's really schedule, self-care, grace, and
Mm.
communication. I'm just not always going to have it all together. It looks different. Some days it's just smooth, like, okay, I did everything that I planned. And some days I'm like, you know what? We winging it.
We
But
gonna figure it out.
that planning starts the night before. So
Mm.
the night before, I'm thinking about like, what do I want to do tomorrow? What is my intentions for tomorrow? What things do I have on my list? Do I need to wake up earlier? Can I sleep
Mhm.
in a little bit? So that night before, I already kind of have in my mind before I go to sleep, like the type of day I want to have.
Yeah.
And
Doom scrolling catches me. I'm so
mhm,
bad with that.
yeah, that night before is key. And just knowing that perfect is not a thing.
Mm.
I know we all have this idea of this perfect this and perfect this, perfect that. I am a motivator for 1%. 1% better. 1% better.
I
That's
love
all
that.
I look at, like 1% better because I'm human. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to forget things, but all I can do is try to plan. If you
Mhm.
fail to plan, you
Plan
plan in
to
the fail.
fail. I know that's right. My grandmother used to
Uh,
say that, and it
yes,
didn't stick until I
it's
got
true.
older.
It's so true.
Now, in this
That
career
schedule.
of marketing too, like we're in this
Mhm,
society of always on, and I work a lot with content creators and influencers
mhm,
and even
mhm,
small
mhm.
business owners who have to now brand themselves all the
Yeah,
time. I coin it the always on. We're in this always
yeah.
on phase. So, what are some practical ways that maybe a creator, a business owner,
Mm.
influencer can carve out that specific time for themselves, especially when we're expected to have this phone on all
Yeah,
the time?
yeah. The easiest way, even though it's kinda hard, is blocking time.
Mm. Come on, time block.
Blocking out time, especially if you are always on the go, or you're constantly creating content on the go. I watch people at the gym while they're working out, they're setting up all their materials to make sure they get all this great content. And that's fine. But when you're done with that, block out your time because rest is required. Like you don't have to earn rest.
Oh,
It's required.
you yelling at me? Oh my goodness.
It's required. So block out that time. And in that block, put rest,
Mm,
nap,
come
eat.
on. She's yelling at, I hope y'all
Call
listening.
that person back that's been calling you.
Not
So
return the
block out
text.
that time.
Ooh,
Block out that time. And one of the turning points for me was on iPhone. You know, it tracks like your time on different stuff. I started
yeah.
watching. I was like,
That is so
oh
embarrassing.
my goodness. I could have read that book. Could
Yes.
have worked out. Could have went to the market. But instead, I didn't spend 2 and 3 hours on TikTok.
Why are you yelling at me, Raven? Because when I saw that, I immediately turned on the do not disturb. Like I had to
Mhm,
lock it because I'm like, this is outrageous. That you are right. I could have read my book. I could have done
mhm,
invested
mhm.
my time in. You know what I mean? Like you are so
Yeah.
right. Time blocking for the win. But I would
Mhm,
say the other part of that, I realized with the doom scrolling,
mhm.
envy or comparison is the enemy of
Yeah.
joy. And I have personally dealt with that. But I'm wondering,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on combating that? Because then it leads to like imposter syndrome. I feel like I'm
Mhm.
not doing things fast enough or
Yeah.
at the same rate as everyone else. So, from
Yeah.
your perspective, how can we combat that?
That is that is a true feeling, and anytime I've ever dealt with that, I've always had to take a step back and just realize that everybody's journey is different
Mm,
and everybody's purpose is different. So let's say I see somebody that also has a mental health private practice and she's a Black woman and her focus also women, and maybe I see clarity and I'm like, that's my vision. I have to immediately remind myself that my vision is mine and it's always going to pop because I'm the person behind it and it's mine.
yeah.
Hers is hers and what's for me will always be for me. It just looks different.
Hmm.
And everybody's journey is different. Like we don't know how long it took for that person to get that.
Yeah. People
Like
always show their highlight reel. They always show their highlight reel, but not the grind to get
the
there.
grind to get it. I remember maybe it was a Lifetime movie or something like that. And it was a girl who was battling low self-esteem, and she was this popular girl, really pretty, just had everything going on into sports. She could do everything, right?
Yeah.
And her battle was that picture that she is posting, that it took her 100 takes. It took her 200
Hmm.
takes just to get that perfect picture. And that is so much pressure to put
It
on
is.
yourself. So
It is.
sometimes just taking your step back and just be like, you know what? I am unique. There is nobody on earth
You're gonna
that
have
is
to
like you.
invoice me for this session because I'm getting refueled and refined.
Yes, yes. We have to
With
know that our purpose
yes.
is ours.
Oh my
So it
gosh.
doesn't even matter.
Keep spewing this out because we need
Yeah.
this. And I'm like,
Mhm,
I'm gonna make sure I follow you on Instagram because I hope you're sharing this. And we're gonna get into that later. But do you consider yourself an influencer or a content creator based on like the type of messaging you share? And
mhm,
or do you
mhm.
consider yourself both?
So I think both. I'm really trying to figure it out. So I am really a behind the scenes girly.
Yeah, I can tell.
Like I am behind the scenes. I make jokes with my friends for so long. Like I need to create a page of like no face. No face.
No, not
Just I'm
UGC.
talking. I'm
You
just
know what, Raven?
talking.
I know it's not vanity and aesthetics, but
Mhm,
I always say women who have a good spirit and energy. I've met you in person, you have a great
mhm,
spirit, and how your friends talk about you. I told you that's what I was like. I wanted to work with you because for your friends to speak so highly over you, I'm like,
mhm.
ma'am, you need to be posting and getting
I
brand deals and
know.
working with
Yeah.
Talkspace and hosting events. I'm like, what is going on? I'm about to send you to Judge
Yeah.
Judy meetings.
Do it, do it, do it. So I think the goal is both. I want to influence women to just be better for themselves, not for anybody else, to be better. And if that means I'm an influencer, then I proudly accept that role. It's an honor to be able to influence other women to be better and to know that it's possible because a lot of things just look so hard.
Yes.
It looks so hard. So if I could,
Unattainable, unachievable.
yeah. So if I can create like a step-by-step guide for women just to be able to breathe, to be able to pause, then all for it. I
Man,
will
oh,
influence,
don't tell me
influence,
that.
influence.
Don't tell me that because I'm a project manager. I'm gonna be like, oh, you said you making an ebook? What? Timeline,
Mhm,
project plan?
mhm.
We're gonna get into that, but what is
Yes.
next for Clear Minds and Raven and what's on the horizon?
Yeah, so on the horizon, so one, an ebook.
Yeah.
That's what my brain has been like percolating about. Also, I want to do some clarity and reset sessions. I know that for
Mm.
some people, they may not be ready just yet for therapy, or
Mhm.
maybe they already have a therapist and they just need something else. So, clarity and reset sessions. What it is I curate a personalized reset plan. So, like I said, the night before you starting off that plan, I would curate that for you. You tell me what's in your day, what you need, what will help. You got it.
Come on, it sounds like you're giving a very much executive function
Uh-huh.
coaching, but
Uh-huh.
like
Uh-huh.
the express version.
Mhm.
I love that because I feel like we're in this era where people are self-diagnosing themselves with like
Yeah.
PhD and ADD, and sometimes they can benefit from that executive functioning coach, which is like that added layer. I'm
Mhm.
always about giving people the right people, processes, and tools that they
Yeah.
need to be successful, and sometimes that is a person helping you
Yeah.
be accountable, helping you set your
Mhm.
expectations. So that is so on brand, so timely. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see that. I need to be your test case because I need some help.
Let's do it.
And you
Let's
mentioned
do it.
you mentioned that people might not be ready for therapy. And I've heard
Mhm.
that so
Mhm.
much. And I understand it. You have to be
Yeah.
ready for that. But what would you
Mhm.
say to someone who is considering therapy, but they just can't make that move? They can't rip the band-aid
Yeah.
off.
Mhm. I would say start where you are.
Mm.
Um, a lot of times we think that therapy means crisis. It
Ooh.
doesn't. Therapy means something is heavy,
Mhm.
something is uncomfortable, and I can't shake it. Don't know what it is, but I know I don't like this feeling. Let me go talk to someone to figure out what this feeling is or how to move this feeling or how to cope with this feeling. Doesn't mean that, oh, it's a crisis, everything is going wrong. It just means that something is heavy and I need help.
Bring
And
clarity to chaos.
yeah, that's it. Like it's almost like if your journal could speak.
Ooh, come on, Raven. Clock it, as the kids say. If your
Yeah,
journal could speak, that might
your
be the
journal could
episode
speak.
title. If your journal could speak. Mm,
It's a good one.
I
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
that. You know what? I highly encourage people when I started my therapy journey, it really was like that. It was really like
Yeah.
having a verbal session. Like you do watch Moesha, and you know at
Yes.
the end when she was writing her
Yeah.
journal, I
Uh-huh.
really
Uh-huh.
I felt like I was having that conversation, and I just
Mhm.
always wish people would have that view. So,
Yeah.
are you accepting new patients? And what does that process look like?
I'm definitely accepting women anywhere in Maryland. So the best way to reach me is either I'm on Psychology Today under Raven Anderson. I'm on Headway, Raven Anderson. I'm on Growth Therapy, Raven Anderson. And you
Everywhere.
can even email me. Yes.
That's right.
And
And I'll put all of your information in the episode descriptions too for
thank
everyone.
you.
Yes. So
Yeah.
yes, they can start their journey with you. And what can they expect? How should they prepare? If anything, I'm a project manager. I want to make sure
Yeah.
everybody has their action items.
Yeah. So prepare by being excited that you signed up.
I know that's right.
And, just come and be as open as you possibly can. You don't have to have a plan. I'll take care of it. I believe in check in and check out.
Yep.
Where are you today? How we feeling? How do you want to feel at the end of this session? And that we check out, we see where we are. So I like my clients to come in and just feel their self, like not have to like super plan. Okay, I gotta make sure I do this, this, and this, and this. Come as you are.
As a client who's in therapy, we love that because the
Mhm.
mental tabs that I already have open when I
Mhm,
go to
mhm.
therapy, I don't want it to be an additional mental tab. So
Yeah,
we thank
yeah.
you.
Mhm, mhm.
A little about your mom journey and what's the most rewarding part of that? And speak to that. Your son is
Yes.
so cute.
So, I have a toddler, he's 2 years old. The best part of this journey is that my little one was a preemie. So,
Oh my
he
God.
came out fighting, okay?
I
picking.
know that's right.
So the best part of mom life for me is watching him achieve his little milestones, but
Yeah.
also being like an active cheerleader for him. Come
Mhm.
on, you can do it. You can do it. I'm very much one of those. You fall, okay. You okay? You need a hug? Okay, come on, let's do this. We got
I'm
it.
trying
We
to
got
get to that point. I feel like when my daughter was that age, I was
it. Uh-huh.
so like, "Oh my God, I have to go get her. I have to go get her." And
Yeah.
now I'm like, "Girl, you good." Like,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I wish I would have done
And
that earlier. Now, what's one of the most challenging things? I know for me right now, it's navigating the daycare situation. It's like
okay.
the other people, the scratch
Hmm.
hitting situation.
Yeah.
What is your challenge part right now?
The hardest part is, I think the hardest part of raising a little boy is he is so adventurous. Like he
All
is
the boy
a
moms say that.
jump off the top of the steps type of little boy.
No.
He is a test the limits type of kid. And for me, it's trying to find like how can I keep him safe, but
Mhm.
not scare him and he develops these fears, right? And he doesn't want to
Yeah.
take these risks. And then also have like discipline. So
Mm,
finding that safety, discipline, nurturing, combining all of them. And then I'm always being realistic with myself too, right?
yeah.
This is his first time on earth. This is my first time as a mom. So some
We're
of
gonna
the
have to meet
things
in the middle.
we trying to sort this out. I think that's the hardest part, trying to find that medium. And even with that, it's like,
It's
well,
never there. Now, do
mommy
you
might
and
have
your
did that
husband
wrong.
right. Do you and your husband have very different parenting styles? Do you have like good cop, bad cop, and who's the good cop and who's the bad cop?
No, we're
Really?
we're on the same accord with a lot of things. We talk a lot.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what you think about this? What you think about spankings? What do you think about punishment? Like, how we
Mhm.
gonna do this? I know that my son definitely listens more to his dad than me. I don't know what it is, but dad tell him do something,
They
he
straighten
does it.
up. They
Maybe
straighten up.
it's I think it's the deepness in the voice or something. Like maybe because sometimes he'll laugh at me and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Am I a joke? What's
Same. My daughter
serious?
will real life laugh
A
in my
joke?
face. I'm like, I'm sorry I don't sound like Barry White. You need to do what I said.
I need to get a voice changer. Like, what's
Yeah.
happening?"
That is so good. I'm happy you guys are on the same page, and I'm super
Yeah,
happy about the nuclear family. I know a lot of times in the media they
yeah,
portray that, Black people don't have that nuclear family, the mom and dad
yeah,
household, and I know that is so important for all children, but
yeah.
especially for those Black young men. So I'm so
Mhm, mhm.
excited for you, and I can't wait to see the pictures because I'm like a internet auntie. I know you got a big group of friends, child. He got all the aunties. I know your babysitting list is long, honey.
Aunties for days.
Well, thank you so much for joining Operations Unfiltered. Before I let you go, where can everybody keep in touch with all things Clear Minds? How can they? I know you told us how we can get an appointment with you, but how can we
Mhm.
follow your social media journey?
So I am on Instagram at clearminds.cc.
Yeah.
On there, you can follow me. Next year, I plan on getting some more social media platforms. But right now, I'm on Instagram.
Okay, we will definitely follow you and I'll put you in the episode descriptions. Thank you.
Thank you so much.